Hi, darlings. I have not recorded videos now for a few days, and I want to take the time to record it because there's so much that has happened in those few days that I would love to share with you. I went through um, a big wound. I relieved something that was very alive for me in my teenagehood, where I felt isolated, not connected, not belonging. And at that time, it was something that was shameful for me to reveal to others around me, because what I was making out of it is that must be that something is wrong with me if I feel that way in the community. So I would feel that way, and I would never share how I feel with others. I would keep the smile on my face, make it look like everything is okay. And on the inside, I was deeply, deeply suffering. And I went into that same experience here in this last week in the community that I am in. We have people that change here. Yeah, we have some people who are long term, and we have some people who come for a few months and they go on, and then the new people come. So the vibe has changed in the last few weeks with new people coming. And the new vibe, I didn't feel like I'm really, it's kind of my vibe. It's like I didn't feel much interest in connecting to that. So I started kind of keeping to myself and not engaging as much. And at the same time, those who are here in this past week, they really were connecting, having good time. And as I was keeping more and more to myself, all of a sudden I found that I don't feel connected. Things happening here. Uh, yeah, some beautiful, not beautiful, but like some beautiful connections happening. And I'm outside of it. And all that activated that old wound of me being a teenager, about 11, 12 years old, feeling not belonging, feeling isolated, not being seen, not being received for who I am, not needed. Um, and lots of emotional pain started coming in and old stories, to the extent where I started feeling that I'm done with this place. And there was like one person who I was still connecting with, who we had really deep connection with seeing each other. And that person, like the way they showed up, just was like the last drop in that experience for me, where, wow, no one really cares. No one really cares about who I am. And yeah, there is no one here for me. And then that's it. I hit it. I felt like, okay, I think I'm done. I'm done with this place. I need to go to the place where it's people who talk my language, who resonate with the things that I'm passionate about, who resonate with what I love to explore, and also are like passionate about exploring those things, which is authenticity, intimacy, heartfelt connection, true heartfelt connection. And yeah, I just have to get out of here. And I felt like I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Um, and we have those meetings, community meetings, once a week on Mondays, where each one of us shares how our week was, how we are doing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Everyone gets a chance to be witness in their process and also say their boundaries, their needs. Really beautiful space, yeah, once a week where we connect in that way. And I felt like I'm just going to skip that because I don't even want to be vulnerable with these people. They don't deserve my vulnerability. It's like actually it was like a lot of like this ego, pride. And I thought like, I'm just going to go up the mountain, and just do my hike and come back after the meeting. And then I felt like, okay, what if I do something different? Because I know whenever I feel that way, I pull away. I don't disclose that. I hide my pain. Truly, there's lots of shame around that for me, and also this pride. And what if I do something different this time? What if I come and I don't even know what I'm going to share? But I'm going to just name what's alive for me in the moment when my turn comes to speak. And normally that's what I do. I don't know what I'm going to say. I just sit in that meeting that we have, this gathering, and when my turn comes, I just name what's happening for me in the moment. And this is very much in alignment with authentic relating principles, with circling principles, where we drop into the presence and we just name what is here. It's that simple. So in that meeting, I came in, I sat down in my pain, in my feeling of not belonging, being done with these people. I don't know what I'm doing here. That's all the voices that were there in my head. And just sitting down there, being like, okay, let's see what happens. So as we started sharing, each person that shares, they just share how great the time, how, what amazing week they had, how much connection, how much maybe like being seen in their gifts or doing the things that they love doing, and how good they feel. And each person that's sharing like this, I feel my pain goes up and up and up, because I'm just like, wow, there's like this story, must be something wrong with me if everyone is so connecting and I'm having an absolute opposite experience. And when my turn to say things, to share my experience came, I could hardly speak because I felt like if I start speaking, I'll just be crying because there's so much pain that's just like, oh, here in the chest, in the throat, and just wants to come out, channeled in some way. So it took me a few moments to just kind of drop into my body, to hear the sounds around me, to kind of regulate myself so I can at least speak. And then I just named it. I said, I'm just feeling so much emotional pain right now. So much emotional pain, and super painful. And this pain is because I feel not belonging. I feel disconnected. The whole week I just felt, it's kind of like I'm not received the way I am, as if I'm not received the way I am. There's no place for me here. It's like all the stories that I've been making, I was like, that's what creates my pain. And also I said that how helpful it is for me to just hear the sounds around me because it helps me to regulate. And still that pain keeps coming back again and again. And that's it. That's it. I finished sharing that. That's where I'm at. That's what's happening for me. I finished sharing, and then after me, the other people were sharing. And again, each person, oh, how great they feel, how amazing the week was, how much connection. And at some point, I felt like I'm so overwhelmed. I can't even stay here. And as much as it's not really part of what normally is happening, I got up, I excused myself, I said that I am overwhelmed and I need to leave. And I left without sitting to the end of the circle because I needed to honor myself in my process. And I felt if I don't leave, I'm going to cry. And in that point, with where I was at, I didn't want to be seen crying. It's like, I just don't want to be seen crying. And I want to honor that. So I left and I went to my cabin and I cried and I just rested with my pain. And it felt so good because I didn't need to push it away. It was here and it was okay for it to be here. And it was such a resting time in pain for me. And it was really actually a beautiful experience to just allow myself to be with the way I feel and just to be. And the bottom line of this, so that meeting was yesterday. The bottom line of this, now I'm recording this video and talking to you, and I'm in absolutely different space right now. I can feel that pain is still there, that part of me that's gets triggered when those circumstances take place around me is still there. I can see that it's there. And at the same time, the way the community responded to this my sharing helps me to see, to have a different experience than I've had in the past. Yeah. In the past, I wasn't sharing the way I feel, so no one could meet me in my pain. And now, because people realize what I'm going through, and actually, people do care for me here. Not everyone, but those who got to know me, those who've been here for a while, they do care. They reached out in their way, each one in their way. And the exchange that I've had with them helped me to see how much care there is and how much appreciation there is for my presence here. And just hearing that and seeing how I'm being received and how they don't want anything from me. It's like I always feel like I need to be sharp and bright for being accepted. It's kind of like I need to be more than, not more than, but I need to be in this like most shiny and bright part of myself. Not shiny, but like really clear and bright part of myself that's really present and is really there for everyone. And they don't need that. I can just be me if I'm sick, if I'm not feeling well, if I'm feeling heavy, if I'm feeling foggy and not clear and in pain. And it's okay. So I feel so much permission now to just kind of like relax and just not even like be smart or clear or anything that I feel I need to be. And there's this, yeah, less pressure and less needing to like show up for anything or perform or whatever it is. I don't feel like I was performing, but like being like, oh, I need to show up, I need to show up for others. And I don't need to. And I can be vulnerable and I can say, actually, I need you. Can you hang out with me? I really need connection right now. Can you do that for me? Rather than like, how can I be there for you? Um, yeah, I wanted to share this with you. This video is a bit longer than I intended, than I usually like to make. But it was very important for me to record it because it's actually really, really big for me to do something differently when I'm in that much pain. Do something differently than what I normally do. And it's a very kind of like pivotal point in my life journey, what has happened here. So I wanted really to share that with you. So thank you again for seeing me, hearing me, taking the time to watch this video. I'm going to be offline for the next 3-4 days. We are having silent retreat starting tomorrow afternoon till Sunday. We have those silent retreats here as a community once a month or once every 2 months. And we have some other people from outside joining us as well. So yeah, I'll be absolutely offline of social media, of the phone, and silence, and cultivating this state of being present with my stories. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to this time. Feels very timely, and looking forward to reconnecting with you when I'll be on the other end. Wishing you a good week and sending you so much love, and see you in about 4 or 5 days.